Fala galera, welcome to the Strategist Corner. This is a brand new episode here, and in this one, I'll be covering reports. Yes, you heard it right. Reports, not dashboards, not AI, the old stuff, but yet still useful stuff. Let's see how we can use them. Alright, so let me start by setting the stage first. We all know that at this point, lots of companies, when it comes to leveraging or analyzing the data, they are heavily invested in dashboards or AI, all that kind of modern stuff, which is actually powerful and excellent. But isn't it true that sometimes we just need do some basic analysis, and for that a report, maybe a paginated report, could also do the job? That's correct, right? And by the way, many companies, they still leverage that kind of functionality. All that they need is some sort of attributes, metrics in, let's say, a grid format. Then later, probably export that into Excel and perform their analysis in there. Reports are very useful in that matter. And I'm going to show you right now how we can create them easily in Strategy Library. All right, so I'm here in library. Let me go and click the create new button, create a new report, as you can see here. And then, well, we have a few options here. We can use the report builder or start with a blank report in the specific project, like in this case, I'm using tutorial. I'll go ahead and create a blank report. Click this button right here. And as you will see, the report editor opens. And in here, you will be able to search through all your attributes and metrics available in your mosaic schema. Okay? So no mosaic models are available in here because reports only rely or can only be created based on mosaic schema objects, attributes, and metrics. So let me go ahead and click attributes. And well, I can go and choose the geography folder, and I'll be adding here the call center attribute, as well as the, let me see if I have, yeah, let me add region as well. So region, I'll drag it just above here. I could double click then, that's fine, but I can drag and drop as I'm doing right now. And I'll be also adding, let's say, a metric. Okay, so let me go here to that button, to that drop down, click metrics, sales metrics, available again in my mosaic schema, not in my mosaic models. And let me add maybe two metrics, profit and profit margin. And that's pretty much it. As you can see here, I can click this resume data retrieval button so I can see the data. And that's probably something that I'll use, I don't know, maybe to export in a PDF format, send it to folks in my department, or do some sort of analysis myself. Of course, if later I need something more advanced, I can go ahead and create a dashboard, or I can do additional analysis in there. But if all I need is this, that's everything I need, right? It's ready, it's available already. So I can save this one. I can actually go ahead and see the query or the SQL generated for that report. You can see it right here. Once again, you can go back to the grid view so you can see the data. There are some additional stuff that we can perform in here. For example, we can apply themes to the report, counting agent. Again, this is all things that we used to leverage many years ago. We don't use this frequently right now, but again, it's a useful feature, right? It's something that it's easy to create and it's handy. You can leverage that as a feature here in strategy. Of course, I can save that report in any specific folder. Let me just call it example report for the sake of this video, in the shared reports folder or in any folder. I can also apply filters in here. You see there are a few types of filter, like the report filter, the one that actually changes the query being generated. If I add something here like an attribute, for example, I don't know, let's try with region, for example, in this case. So if I add the region attribute here, let me just bring in Mid-Atlantic and Central. So that will mainly change the where clause, that will create a where clause in the SQL. And there's also a second filter available called view filter that doesn't change the query. It only changes the data right now here that we see in the visualization. So these are things that we can do using the filter tab. Later, if I want to, I can go back here, and instead of seeing all regions and all call centers in a grid, I can basically, let's pretend I want to see regions in a paginated report. I can drag region to the page by option here, and you see like a little page by or drop down available where you can change your options or your regions. All right. And that's, well, pretty much it. Once you save it, you can later export this into a PDF format. As you can see here, we can go to File, we can click Export to Excel or to Google Sheets, or as a CSV or as a PDF, and then later send it to folks in the company. All right, so that's all I wanted to share with this quick video here. This is a report, an object that is still used for strategy users, and it's something that allows us to perform data analysis as well. So that was it for this one. As you just saw, pretty quick one, pretty easy one. All we have to do is go to library, start creating the reports, and then, of course, leveraging the mosaic schema, bringing in attributes, metrics, paginate the report, apply filters if we need them, and then later export, do all sorts of additional stuff that we may need. All right, so just wanted to show that feature for you guys here, and I hope you guys find this content useful. Again, my pleasure to have you all here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all at the next quarter.